Welcome to Vanderbilly.com. This is part 2 of a lesson on Mountains Never in My Life. In this part we're going to cover the chorus and also lead fills and ways in which to insert lead riffs in the song. I'll also cover the outro for what it's worth. So let's get started. Well, for the most part, the chorus, if you're not going to insert any licks in there, the chorus is basically just a D chord played freely with a C and a B flat bar chord added at the end. So it would be like, when I wake up in the morning, you make me feel so good, bringing me that side of whiskey and a little bit of loving too. All right, but if you want to make it a little bit more interesting and you're not going to insert some of the lead licks in there, you might want to use that A string figure that we use in the intro. So that would be like, when I wake up in the morning, make me feel so good, bringing me that side of whiskey and a little bit of loving too. So, that just gives you a couple of options there. The next thing we should look at is, some typical Leslie West riffs that you can use to dress up the verse and chorus. Okay, when he's been on stage without a second guitarist, which is pretty much the case for most of the time he played with Mountain, West inserted lots of licks in place of some of those basic verse and chorus chords that we just covered. So in the first part of the verse, he's often going to insert either a G minor or a G major pentatonic riff. So here's the first part. Here's the first part of the verse, just as chords. All right, and here's the same part played with a G minor pentatonic riff. So what he's doing there is, you hit this C chord about 3 times, bend the B string 6th fret, and you're going to a whole step. Then you're going to return to the unbent note, then play the B string 3rd fret, immediately followed by the G string 3rd fret with some vibrato. That's very typical Leslie West riff. And other times he likes to put in a G major pentatonic riff at the same place. So a typical one of those would be, it's just a half step bend on the E string 5th fret, and then return to the unbent note. E string 3rd fret, B string 5th fret, and then the E string 3rd fret and the same 5th fret bend you started with. And then for the chorus, it's a little bit trickier because you want some of that D chord to be ringing through. So even though you're going to play some licks maybe up here, you want to use this this low D chord because it rings through. You've got this open D string. So the first lick is kind of like the Mississippi Queen lick. I mean, that's kind of what it sounds like. It's and what he's doing there is you're bending the B string 17th fret up a whole step. You play the E string 17th fret while you're still holding that, and then you let the B string back down, and then play the B string 15th fret and the G string 16th fret and slide off. Another lick that you can play either in that position, or I like to play it down here because it's a little closer to that open D chord, is, and that's just you're bending up the E string 12th fret, and then returning back to the unbent position, then playing the E string 10th fret, then down to the B string 12th fret, E string 10th, and E string 12th, bent up. If it seems familiar, it's kind of like... Alright. So you can use those kind of licks to dress it up a little bit. Generally speaking, in this song, when West is using different scales for different chords. So, when he's playing either the C chord or that G-based riff, he's going to use either a G major or G minor pentatonic, as we've kind of already covered. If he's playing the D chord in the chorus, he's going to play things that come out of the D major pentatonic. So that'll help you get the feel of the song, I think. Okay, on the studio version, there's no outro to speak of. West just fades out on the main riff. But on a live album, which I think is called Twin Peaks, he ends with a few chords after the main riff, kind of like this. So that's just that's just a C bar chord on the 3rd fret. Let it ring. A B flat bar chord at the 1st fret. Let it ring. F bar chord at the 1st fret. Let it ring. And then just the power part of the G at the 3rd fret. Let it ring. Yeah, just throw a few licks in there. In the G minor pentatonic, and then just play the final G. So I hope that's shown you a few different ways to play this song. Either with the licks thrown in or without, it really rocks. So I hope you have fun with it, and thanks for watching.